Lucky loser, the reality of Donald Trump's tycoon image.
This is this bullshit. Look at this.
Donald Trump has built a persona of himself as a successful billionaire businessman, but a new book reveals a far different picture. Lucky Loser, How Donald Trump Squandered His Father's Fortune and Created the Illusion of Success, details Trump's decades of financial failures and rebounds. It's written by Canadian New York Times journalist Suzanne Craig and her colleague Russ Buettner, and it's based on years of Trump's tax returns and business records. Suzanne Craig joins us now from New York. Suzanne, thanks for joining us. Your book traces Donald Trump's origin story, but it was really his father, Fred, who first established the Trump name and family fortune. What strikes you about where Donald Trump took that family business, and what do you mean by lucky loser?
It's interesting because Fred Trump was really a master builder of his time. You know, when he had an empire, he built houses and large housing complexes out in the outer boroughs, and a lot of those were built during times of need in America, after the World War, after the Depression, and he took advantage of government programs to do that, but he built this empire on that, and it was just real estate. And I think what's notable about Donald Trump is he started out in real estate, but then he branched out into all these things he really had no expertise in. And our book is called Lucky Loser because he has had luck in his life. He was born the son of Fred Trump, and that came with a lot of wealth.
How much wealth?
And then he met Mark Burnett, the television producer, who chose him not because he had, I think maybe Mark Burnett thought he had great real estate experience, but that didn't matter. Whatever his business expertise was, he was hired to be a reality television show host, and he got hundreds of millions of dollars from that. But what's notable is the loss over the years is that he poured all of this money that he had, he gained from this luck into businesses that he really had no expertise in. And when we saw his taxes, we kind of confirmed what we thought, which is most of his businesses year in and year out lose money. We're not talking appreciation, they just lose money.
Do you see parallels in his business origin story with his political origin story, or the illusion of success that he's now built into this political persona?
You know, what we found, which was interesting, is our book stops at the doors of the White House, but we felt when we finished it, and when readers should close the book when they're done, is that they know the guy that they're getting in the White House, and that is the guy who media becomes a big part of our story, and how the media was culpable in creating this image. And I'm not just even talking The Apprentice and sort of how,
they didn't give me bullshit about the media making them look good. That's the bullshit.
Political ads
all they did
is make them look bad. But how Donald Trump started in his 20s by lying about his wealth to the New York Times, the paper I work for, other publications, CNN, TV show. Very few people were able to see what was actually going on, and he was able to manipulate the media, who didn't really question him. And at the time, he's sort of the celebrity in New York, and a lot of people just kind of let this thing go by, and that lie passed down into history did become truth. And,
I could throw a match to that hairdo.
He's still using it today and claiming to be a successful businessman, and a lot of people say they vote for him because of that.
I think you're just jealous.
But even though that reporting is out there, like your reporting,
you are jealous. You are paid to talk shit.
Out there, so it's in the public realm. But he maintains his popularity. Why do you think? How does he manage to do that?
I think that's complicated. It's a question Russ and I sort of talk about a lot. I don't know if we have a perfect answer, but I think there's a couple reasons. I think when you talk to American voters, they know he's a bad. Some of them will acknowledge he's not a good businessman, but they're going to vote for him on immigration, or they're going to vote for him because they think he's going to be better on the economy. They have their reason, whatever it is. And then there are people who still think he's a good businessman, and when you challenge them on that, they'll just say, oh, well, he has great accountants, or it's the mainstream media is making it up. And I think when you come down and you think about sort of macro what's going on there, I think that a piece of Donald Trump's luck, another piece of his luck, and we write about it in the epilogue, is that he's now entered sort of these media bubbles where they're just they're self-affirming, and people